How's it going, Sagittarius? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. We are doing readings for the new moon, which happened in Sagittarius. So, this new moon or new month is all about, oh my gosh, brain fart. It's all about not restraint, but just having having emotional balance by way of restraint. So refraining from the things that take us away from getting in our feels and tolerating them. So accountability is also related to that. Healthy detachments, boundaries, things of that nature. Okay? Let's see what the Moon Oracle has to say to sort of set the tone here. All right, so new moon in Aries. This has come through for a couple of signs. I think it was Taurus got this as well. So it's time to take action. Action that is centered in confidence. Knowing that the action that you take is going to get you to the place that you are trying to go. So whether that be like an actual place that you're trying to go, or just a mindset that you're trying to embody, or just like a goal in general, or goals in general. Okay, so let's see what tarot is saying for us here, for you I should say, Sagittarius. Okay, I wasn't even trying to use this deck, I just grabbed this one, but let's not worry about that and worry a little bit more about this, Sag. So there are people that are trying to hustle you. They're trying to hustle you, and they might be talking smack about you. Most likely it's talking smack about you. I feel like being you don't really care about people trying to hustle you because you're good with you, which I find highly commendable. But this business of being plotted against, it's like trying to steal your good name. Maybe identity theft is something that you need to be a little bit more concerned about. So hire your local defensive hacker, or just look into getting some better upgraded anti-malware, anti-whatever, spyware type of things with your electronic equipment. You may want to get a new phone or reset your phone as well. And crossing that, there's just like, interestingly, you don't really want to be honest with yourself about that. Maybe there's things that you do or like to do that are attracting this attention, this negative attention. It could be that, like this, with this Aries energy, you could have some issues with ego, inflated ego, which is actually an indicator of being very insecure. But you could also just be also good. Like this could go both ways. Like either you need to shed light on your vices, or you're actually aware of your situation. And that could be why people are jealous and trying to plot against you on some level. It's because you're doing well. What is it? I was watching, it was Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson has been coming through in my feed lots lately. You know, if God is watching over you and has you, if you're like really, if you're connected well with Creator and taken care of, and it shows, then he was saying basically that the devil wants you just as much, right? Anyways, I'm not sure if he likes being quoted or not. So, all right. The Knight of Cups reversed. So, the universe is telling you that this person could have a significant Pisces placement in their chart. Okay? Hopefully they're not a relative. But this person, is somebody that you might have a lot of fun with. They seem like they've got your back, or emotionally that they're present to your needs. Like they're the type of person that listens to you and you confide in them, blah, blah, blah. And then they turn around and just talk whatever business you disclose to them. And then add their angle to their story, right? So this person is a Pisces, they're a Cancer, or they are a Scorpio. And they're bad news. They are bad news. And go, like, whenever, like, wherever they go, like, even the method, like their intentions in where they move to, like where they move around, it's almost like when you disclose your information to this individual, you're literally giving them a reason to travel around. It's like they got to go somewhere because they got something to talk about now. That's bullshit. They got somewhere to be because they just got some new information, and now it's fueling their desire to get themselves out there and lay your shit on the street, right? All right, let's see what's next. Subconsciously, your mind is like focused on what's important, which is good, because you don't want to be caught up in whatever bullshit this weak individual is contributing to your circle. So you know what's up, and you may not have completely processed the impacts this has on you. It may be something that you like need to put to the side, or that you need to sort of prepare yourself for, to do that inventory work, to come to terms with the fact that there's a great unknown, and to just sort of like even like sit in your emotions when you realize that this person is hurting you, right? It's like you're just getting ready to go through the whole phase of the swords over this, what this individual is bringing to the table, all right? You've cut your losses and moved on to a certain degree for the betterment of your future. 1 second, I drop cards here. For the betterment of your future, in order to be more responsible, to take responsibility for yourself and those who you care for, okay? It could be young people, it could be a partner, spouse, it could be pets even. Like there's possibilities, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be a person or something that's even alive. It could be your business or your job, right? Sagittarius is coming through for you. Restraint is going to be the core of what you need to achieve this emotional balance, how you put your mind, how you articulate, how you connect, how you're able to sort of categorize and label, or even like what it is that you need for emotional balance. Your energy, your fire energy, where do you put your energy? Not everybody puts their energy in a place that is about, talking about their feelings. Like some people take it out in a punching bag. Some people run or walk, stuff like that. Go for a bike ride. It becomes like a physical manifestation of like your energy output can be placed in the physical. It doesn't have to be like this, spiritual practice. even though it's all relevant to a spiritual practice. It's not, it can be very tactile. Okay. Now, the Hierophant reverse, this came through for Scorpio. So you may have like a significant Scorpio placement in your chart. Taurus also comes to mind, but you're being too stubborn about something. There's something about not keeping your word. Like, I feel like this person is, you know, the shady shit ass individual. Okay. However, you have a role that you play in terms of what you bring to the table and how you may have either triggered this individual, which is not your responsibility to deal with, but it is your responsibility to realize that there are aggravating factors that you contribute to the situation that you need to see about yourself. So that could be something as simple as being insecure, which makes you a target, right? Now, the King of Pentacles, you have the capacity to manifest money, and people see that. People may actually see that you think that you're super rich because you're able to present yourself in a way that is classy and taken care of, even though like every penny that you have is focused on that, right? On just keeping it together. It's like you could be dealing with paycheck to paycheck, but you're making yourself look like you're a king and that you are domestically, what's the word? Savvy, okay? That you also make a great partner. You would make a great partner when it comes to manifesting and settling down with somebody. So that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you want. It's just that's how people see you as. People see you as like, you know, a most eligible partner, right? Potential partner. Grounded as well. You may want to consider, like, if people see you as this, if you're able to present in this way, like, and it's authentic, you could make some money managing. But you need to learn. There's some things that you need to learn. Like, you maybe hope for that. Like, you need to, like, set some goals for yourself. You really hope to focus on that, on setting goals for yourself, on gaining some experiential knowledge. And that might mean just throwing yourself, like taking a dive into the deep end and like learning how to swim by way of like just trying to survive in the deep end, right? I don't really recommend that, but if that's your process, then, you know, fucking A, right? Make it happen. Oh, somebody came home early. Hello? One second. Okay, sorry about that. The door's haunted. All right. You could also have a fear of being perceived as immature and needing to switch up your game. Or not necessarily being immature, just needing to learn and enhance your skill set. So, like, when you think of it this way, it's just like this individual is like, I know I look good. I know I got the goods, right? But can I help other people do the same thing? Am I able to nurture action and inspire people? Or is my inspiration only focused on myself and how awesome I see myself, how awesome I want to be? Right? So how can you expand that to become more other-oriented in the ways in which you inspire people? Because it's not all about you. Sorry to say. Sorry, not sorry. Just kidding. Okay. And, if it's young people in your life that you want to inspire, if you're concerned or you just hope the best and you want to guide the people in your life, the future, like you really need to make sure that your game is on point when it comes to being transformative, to fostering transformation within others who are seeking your guidance. Because the way that the world is, like, things are not fixed. People have different stories, they have different situations, and there's no cookie cutter way of getting through stuff, right? So how can you relay that is the case? And how can you be present when, the people that you're looking to support come to you for guidance and assistance? It's like you can't just dictate to somebody that wants to learn how to manifest for themselves, because then they're not doing it for themselves. You're doing it for them. All right, Queen of Wands, Sagittarius. You're going to have to come to terms with your insecurities. This Queen of Wands reverse has come through for a couple of people. The Sagittarian energy is really pointing out the ways in which a lot of individuals need to stop being catty, need to stop being and start being more secure and leading by a positive example. So not being around catty people, first of all, is important. People who suck your energy, like this individual. What else? Just not ruining everything because of your own agenda. Like, your personal agenda is not going to be the same as what other people are looking for. So, like, trying to sell yourself in that way, basically trying to convince people that they need you, is not going to work for you anymore. You have to be like, what do you need me to be, right? And if you can't meet the criteria, then you need to move on, and, like, not with your tail between your legs. You need to see it as a learning experience and decide where else you want to go. You might not, like, there may be some neurological things that you need to come to terms with. And also starting your own business, becoming your own boss might be helpful as well. And doing that in a way that is sustainable and effective and legit. Okay. Jealousy and resentment is something that needs to be a thing of the past for you. So your insecurities and coming to terms with what those are, because if you're dealing with the cat world, if you're having issues where you subscribe to passive aggression and just are not able to shed light on the ways in which you are toxic, this is not, it's not going to be a good outcome. Okay. The outcome needs to be you dealing with your character defects. And they don't necessarily have to be character defects. They could also be access needs. Okay? Access needs. So if you have any learning disabilities, if you're not neurotypical, any kind of physical needs that you require support with, because there's work that you're not doing. There's something that you're not doing. It's like you're too distracted, and your output is not on par with what the expectation is in terms of what success is or what your employer expects of you. Okay? You just want to feel good, and you want to, like, just remember and be in that sort of nostalgic frame of mind. And that can look like toxic positivity. Okay. But finding someone that's truly there for you, who has day one vibes, that is very emotionally satisfying. Like, you want to uphold those day one vibes. And sometimes that's really important, like, especially because, Sagittarius is kind of like a natural visionary on some level. You want to maintain those day one vibes because they're so important. Like, when you're dealing with, like, legacy building for the newbies, right? For the little noobs. It's important to remember where you come from. So your presence is 100% valid and a critical component to the overall success of whatever industry that you're in. However, like your anxiety it's like weeping through. Anxiety and this, like this anxiety, it may stem from nightmares. It also just is like this individual who's sucking your energy. And, you know, if you're like, say for example, you're an empath and you really absorb the energy of your surroundings, like that shit will seep through your pores and you act out in ways that are not you. Okay? So just be mindful of who you hang out with, because like you're supposed to be the epitome of boundaries and healthy detachments. And if you're cutting corners with the people that you need to be around who are there for you, or if you're all over the place and you can't keep yourself held together because you're not doing the releasing work, you're not taking care of your mental health, then, you know, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be effective. It's going to interrupt whatever holistic approach you're trying to move through life with, right? This person, though, I really feel like this person is really impacting your mental health on some level. So you need to deal with your mental health and get grounded. Figure out the best way that will happen for you. And let me pull an affirmation card, because I feel like you're definitely in need of this, Sagittarius, to kind of get you on the right track or get you thinking. Like, the Hierophant. Okay. This is what you need. This is what you need to embody right now. This is what is my strongest suggestion, is that you push to embody this, okay? And at the same time, because it is very centered around family, if you have a lot of trauma or issues with family, then this is relevant to chosen family. It's relevant to contracts that you have with people that are healthy relationships, right? So like not like AKA not this guy. But here we go. I am the preserver of family and cultural traditions that provide each new generation with a sense of communal identity. This is like really, really deep, okay? I am awareness of the spiritual, in touch with the collective wisdom that enriches life's journey. I am a teacher, a carrier of beliefs, rituals, and values that underlie personal identity. I am a bridge between the human and divine, a link with forgiveness and renewal, truth and meaning. I am a mentor, offering each generation a chance to choose what they will practice and preserve. So you have some very powerful knowledge, very powerful gifts to share, and it's your responsibility to make sure that you are taken care of so that you can do that. So learning how to say no to things, and saying no to the things that are taking you away from what's important, so that you can be there for what is important, because it might be heavy what's important. So be prepared. Shout out to all the girl guides out there surviving in a really weird organization.